Hi everyone, the tide's changing here. Welcome to the second episode of my Let's Build series. So last time, as you can see, we got the basic outline of the house done and the roof. Today's video will be focusing on making a few tweaks to the exterior of the house as well as doing the external windows and doors. So I felt like the exterior of the house could use something to make it a little more interesting. So what I'm doing here is I'm making what you could call a column with the walls. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to make a floor that is 1/4 the normal level and then place the roof on top of this. Just to make the roof over this part sit a little bit higher to kind of add a point of interest. And, make the exterior look a little bit nicer. And yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm using the constrained floor elevation falls cheat, and you put in 3 staircases to lower. Each staircase lowers the wall by 4 step levels, and each wall is 16 steps high. So this is making the wall 1/4 of its regular height. And here I'm just kind of putting the roof over. As you can see, it makes that piece of the roof stand out a little bit more. And yeah, I found that the roof wasn't need to go back farther or else the roof would just look too short. So that is just kind of what I'm doing here, just trying to make things look right with the roof. And I think here I finally got it to go back far enough to make the roof the right height. So yeah, and you can see here how it just kind of makes the exterior look a little bit better. And what is going to happen with that is on the top floor, that little area where it's like 1 step out is going to be kind of like a little balcony. And on the lower level, I think I'll just make a little flower garden underneath of there. And now I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Except with this side, since I'm actually going to make this unit you're seeing me work on now, that side is going to be the side your Sims live in. And that's because I wanted to have the part that I'm doing now where it's bumped out is actually going to be the master bedroom. And I wanted that the apartment your Sims would live in to have a nicer one. And I'm actually going to do something a little different this side. I'm going to make a vaulted ceiling, which you can't really see when you're playing the game, but when you're doing screenshots and doing a fly through of the house, it looks really nice to look up and see a vaulted ceiling. So there will be a nice vaulted ceiling in your Sims master bedroom. And to do that, I made the wall half height, and then I used a stair to make it down to 1/4 level, and I just kind of made it so it's except for I'm trying to think of how to explain this, but other than the very edge, it is higher up. And here I'm just kind of making it so you can see the vaulted ceiling, and from in here you can see what it looks like. And sometimes when you do ceilings like this, the ceiling tile won't show up on the slanted part, so you just kind of go under, hold a floor tile up to the flat part so you can see and hold shift, and then it will color it over the rest of it. And you can see how the nice effect of the vaulted ceiling. Maybe I'll do a tutorial in the future going into more in detail on this. It's kind of, once I can think of a better way to explain how to do it. But I do think that it really adds a nice effect. And yeah, here you can see it again. And I'm just taking out the floor under there so, when you go in to see it, you can look up through and see it. And I don't know, I was just doing this now because I felt like it would be easier to do it now than when I had furniture in there. And yeah, you can just put a roof over it, and from the outside you can't even tell it's there. I also had the same issue here with the wall not going back far enough for the roof to be tall enough, so I'm just kind of making that same tweak over here. Yeah, now I'm just, deleting the walls and putting another wall back up, and it's kind of hard because with the roof you can't tell. It's hard to tell if you're actually level things correctly, so I keep having to go under and check to make sure that I level the entire wall. And yeah, there I finally got it. So now I'm putting the roof over and it is the correct height. And yeah, as you can see, you cannot even tell there is a vaulted ceiling under there. And now I'm just adding the floor tile for where there's going to be a little balcony off of the second floor. And I just thought that was a nice little touch. Your Sims in those units get a nice little balcony off of their master bedroom. And yeah, so here, because I was going to have the unit originally be over on that side, but then I was like, no, you know what, I want that master bedroom that's bumped out. and to do the vaulted ceiling, which would have looked weird in the other unit, since the master bedroom for that unit is the one right next to the one that I was making the vaulted ceiling for. So yeah, that's what I did there. And now I'm going to start on doing the external windows of the house. Yeah, so here I'm removing those ugly columns just to get them out of the way. And now I'm just trying to decide which front door to use. I kind of was originally going to go with a really Mediterranean theme, but then I don't know, I guess I just realized that it didn't quite look right. And yeah, I'm just kind of trying out some different stuff just to see how it looks. And yeah, I ultimately decided on that door from Showtime. Just I thought it was a nice, kind of modern look. And I was trying to make this house have mainly stuff from Showtime. As far as, with the windows. I think all the windows I used are actually from Showtime, except maybe the ones up on the dormers. Just so it fits in with good old Starlight Shores. And yeah, I thought that the window with the little railing, I guess you could say, on it was a nice touch. And there I'm putting in the French doors off of the master bedroom. And yeah, adding the windows over to those areas. And then that is also going to be, that's the balcony off the main living area on the second floor of the apartment. So the first floor, you walk in off of the porch. And to get to the second floor, you walk into a door on the side and go up some stairs, and then the little balcony is just nice, nice touch, nice addition to the exterior. Yeah, and here I'm just adding some windows with shutters to the dormers. I thought that those would look better there. Those windows, I think, are from World Adventures. Yeah, and yeah, here I'm just kind of going over to the side and doing the windows there. And yeah, I kind of realized that there's supposed to be a door about there. Yeah, and now I'm going back over to the front, and then I looked at it and I just kind of thought, having too many of those, that one type of window look kind of boring. So I was just kind of figuring out a way to balance it out. So yeah, so just kind of playing around with stuff. And yeah, that didn't look quite right either. Yeah, and then I was putting those windows up on the second floor, and that didn't look right, or that looked too, I don't know, those different kinds of windows just didn't go right together. So then, yeah, and then that didn't really look right either. Because, I was trying to find a balance between, because some windows, like the one with the railing, really looks good just kind of in one part, not used all over the place, because it's I'm trying to think of how to explain it, but I guess it's busy, or the railing just, it's just something that you don't want to use that kind of window too much. So yeah, I realized that didn't look right either. And then I was kind of putting that 3 wide window in there since it was 5 wide, so it centered perfectly. And then yeah, I went back with those windows there, and under there I went back with the little window with the railing in it, as you can see there. And yeah, I think that's a nice look, because the windows, other than the railing and the one with the railing and the doors, the windows are pretty simple, but there's 2 different kinds, so it doesn't look too boring. And here I'm just kind of doing the same thing over on the side. So here I'm just taking that front door and putting it back over on the other side. The problem is I don't know if I'll be able to set that kind of door as an NPC door. I guess I'll figure that out as the time comes. If not, then, I'll just put a little tiny room in off of that and then stick another door off of that and make it an NPC door. But that's later on in the future. And here I'm just kind of doing the windows the same way as I did on the other side, so it's symmetrical. And yeah, this side was a lot quicker because I already knew what I wanted to do with it. And I really like how this is coming along so far. Usually when I do these things, I have a faint idea of what I want, once I get the outline, and usually it ends up looking different than I thought, because I kind of go in and tweak things, and I try things that I thought would look good and then they don't. So I just kind of go with it, and yeah, I usually it doesn't end up looking how I thought it would. And now I'm just trying to figure out the window to put up in that dormer. I couldn't use the same one I did on the other side because that dormer is 3 squares wide, and the windows from World Adventures were too wide, so they just kind of look weird and off-center. So, yeah, had some trouble trying to figure out a window that would look right in there. And, yeah, I tried that one out, but then that brown color wouldn't change, and I thought that would look weird. And, yeah, I ultimately decided on that window. And then I went and put some shutters on it, so it would, have shutters like the other side did. And now I'm going over to the side and doing the windows the same way on this side that I did on the other side. And yeah. So yeah, I think here we are nearing the end of the video. So thank you for watching, and I think this video went a lot better. Next video will be out on Monday, and in that one we will be doing the exterior colors. Thanks for watching. Bye.